Boys and girls, we just watched a video about what kind of colors? That's right, primary colors. And we saw that those colors come together to make secondary colors. Now, when those secondary colors are mixed together with a primary color, we get things like yellow and orange getting together to make yellow-orange, or red coming together with violet to make red-violet, or even here, blue and green coming together to make blue-green. Now, do we call these things tertiaries? No, we call them tertiary. Or if you're normal, like you and not me, you just say tertiary. But I like to say tertiary. Now, we can also take colors and divide them into warm colors or cool colors. Warm colors are going to remind you of a fire or something that's hot, maybe the sun. Cool colors are going to remind you of things like water or grass or ice or glaciers, things like that. Now, if we add black to a color, it becomes what we call a shade. Obviously, to make it darker, to make it shaded, all you have to do is add a little black. Now, the word shade, you might be used to that if you're out on the soccer field and you're just dying of heat, exhaustion out there. Your soccer coach might say, hey, go stand in the shade. Because shade, same thing when we think of the word shadow. It's something that's darker. So if you add black to a color, you get shades. And when artists use shades in their artwork, it gives a very different mood as opposed to when someone uses tinted colors. A tint is a color that's created by adding white. It's going to lighten it up. It's going to brighten it up. And tints kind of remind us, well, to me, they remind me of Easter eggs or something like that. That's going to have a different feeling. A painting done with tinted colors will have a different feeling than that of shaded colors. Now, there are many different types of paintings that use some of these elements. The Andy Goldsworthy circles that we looked at, well, not only are those kind of shaded colors, but it's also using warm colors. When we look at this painting, this is also a very warm color scheme. This is by Vincent van Gogh. It's called The Olive Trees, and it's more of a cool color. This is The Water Lilies by Claude Monet. Some of you might remember the Chinese bridge that he built and that he would stand outside and paint. Claude Monet's painting here would also be an example of a painting with cool colors. This is a very cool, interesting painting by Georgia O'Keeffe. She liked to paint paintings of flowers really, really close up. It's actually an orchid. This would be like if you put your face right in the middle of an orchid blossom. Your parents might yell at you, but it would look like this. And she would use shades. She would really start to darken it up. As opposed to this painting, which is using tints, where it's lighter. Now, what I'd like to do right now is show you a painting with primary colors. This one has primaries. This one, Roy Lichtenstein, we studied him last year, where people were going, okay, hotshot, I'm out of here. Or, Brad, save me, or whatever. But he used primary colors, but the primary color painting that usually comes to mind when I think of paintings with primary colors is this one called Broadway Boogie Woogie. It's painted by Pete Mondrian, and he painted it after visiting New York City and pretending that he was a bird flying above New York City and looking down on the city. I want you to kind of be able to imagine what Pete Mondrian pictured when he painted this painting with primary colors, and I'm going to show you a video of that now.